beautiful morning. You're welcome to Women's Corner. My name is Ruth Blossom, and I am excited to be on your screen again. I missed you yesterday, but I'm here today. Of course, yes, you can watch us live on Galaxy Television News. That is Galaxy TV News on YouTube and on Facebook. So remember to always like, share, and subscribe, because we are all out for women. And of course, we try to educate women supporting women, empowering them. Now, the slogan is not just women supporting women, and we say it and we do not mean it here. Trust me, we will mean it, because we do mean it, because it's Women's Corner. Okay, today we have a live-in guest. Now, she is my friend. She is my mentor. She is, let me use that word, they say Bogonishi. She's everything, and of course she had to come down to the studio so she could educate and inform us on how we can actually go beyond the cultural expectations and the stereotype everybody expects from us as a woman. So yes, usually before we take the guest introduction, we always take the tip, but now because we have a live interview guest, we have to introduce our guest and go for the tip. Remember, you can actually watch the program every Monday through Friday, and you can download our app on Galaxy Television on Google Play Store and Apple Play Store. Just type in Galaxy Television and download the app to watch all of our live programs live. So I'm going to introduce her. Her name is Uzochi Ihioma Rebecca. Now you'll be wondering, where's Rebecca coming from? Don't worry, we'll talk about that later. She's an OAP. She is a nursing assistant, a mental health and addiction counselor. Good morning.
Good morning, Wilson.
How are you doing?
I'm very well. Thank you.
Just for us to go with the formalities of introduction, which would you prefer I call you now? Because if I call you Becky, they'll be wondering, but her name is different. Which would you prefer to go for right now?
Whichever.
Anyone, so let's go Becky.
Yeah.
I'm going in mind. So everybody get used to Becky. Okay, all right. So we have Becky, and we're talking about the cultural expectations and stereotype as women. So let's quickly go for a tip, which is raising a confident girl child. Trust me, a lot of people have raised children, girls that become tomboys, girls that want to be transgender. Yeah. Girls that want to be girls and be mean. And there are some persons who have raised confident girls who have made their mark in the sands of time, even before aging. So let's quickly see, for mothers, for parents, for siblings who probably don't have parents to train their sisters, and they need to know how to. This is just for you, raising a confident girl child. Let's quickly watch this tip, and we'll be right back to continue the program with our topic, and of course with Becky. Stay with us. Okay, all right, you're welcome back here. So we are talking about cultural expectations and the stereotype as a woman. Now we have Becky, and of course we'll be just behind the scene. So just for you to know, women especially, that this is very important, and of course it's because of our own personal experience, but it's for her jurisdiction to know if she wants to share, so that people will understand. So I do not know, is it possible for you to share what you shared to me personally, or you would rather just tell them the implications of having to take a lot of alcohol, especially for women, taking a lot of alcohol, and there's this big lie that we lie to ourselves. And even all these alagbo sellers, those that sell alagbo, and people that sell some certain kind of drugs, they will tell you, we have a lot of people that want to slim down more than people that want to add.
Exactly. I think that's the crazy thing now reigning. Everybody wants to lose weight. There are different things saying, you can use this to lose weight, Ozempic. A lot of
So you can imagine where people come. I want the one that will flatten my belly. I want the one that, just make me look a little bit plump here and there.
Yeah.
Mostly slimming down. And you see them taking a lot. They will tell you want to wake up in the morning, take a sachet of take a sachet or two. Don't eat anything. After you drink water, just take it at night before you go to bed. They're not giving that as prescription.
I get that.
Do you understand? And do you only fear, like I said behind the camera, the only fear people tend to have is the fact that they say that it just doesn't really help you get pregnant. They don't say it the way it is. They just say, you might not just easily get pregnant, but if you manage it well, you will get pregnant. Now, I want you to just educate women. Before we go over to our topic, educate women on the exact damages that an alcoholic lifestyle an everyday lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
The gin, the whiskey, you call it what? You call it balling. You call it, what's that word? Obele.
Obele.
You call that. But trust me, it is way, even like, I feel, another thing is, let me just add that aside from that.
Mm-hmm.
You see that's why the younger generation, before they get to our age, you see them, they have saggy boobs, they have skin all wrinkled. They're not looking as fresh as we should be, at a tender age because of that particular lifestyle. But they do know. They be like, naturally, that's it now. It's not like they've been sleeping around. And truly, it might not even be their sleeping around.
Exactly.
But the lifestyle, what they take in, kills all the whole cells that are supposed to probably hold on to that young look. So
you're very correct. So when it comes to alcohol and women, I would always say no. So I always rule out alcohol. So a little bit of it. Okay, so I don't take it every day. You don't have to take it every day. The way our names are different, that's how our faces are different and our immunes are different. You see a lot of people, they tell you they've been alcoholic or they've been taking alcohol for years and they are fine. Okay, then you go try it and next thing you're seeing, your kidney is no longer functioning well. Your body is just changing. Your body is just changing. And for women, so you hear, okay, just like what you said earlier, that now we have girls with saggy boobs and, it's not necessarily that they sleep around. It's not necessarily they sleep around. It's what you take in your body. And there's this saying that I want everybody to take and jot it down. So a lot of people say, children of these days, they don't hear what they are stubborn. No, it's not the children. Because even when our mothers talk to us back then, they're like, our children, we are now. So it is a parent that is parenting these children. That is now the problem.
Of course, they are.
It's not the children. Children will always be children. But the adults now parenting these children are the problem. There are a lot of things that they are not taking precautions on. Your kids see you now, mothers will just, they take alcohol, they have alcohol in their house, their friends come and they're sharing alcohol in front of children. So they feel it's normal. They see it as normal. And for women who are expecting, and now there's a lot of PCOS. You see it now. We didn't know what PCOS was. It
was not popular. We didn't know what that is.
So we have PCOS, hormonal imbalance. And when you go to the hospital, another thing just for the women. So if you're a woman, I would advise, not because you have a health condition, just to check, you do an abdominal pelvic scan.
Trust me, that's
very, very important. Yes, very important. And you'll be so shocked to see what, you were thinking is fine. This shows you your kidney, your liver, and every other thing in your stomach. You see what is happening there. Then you see people say, I have fatty liver type 2. Yes. And if you go further to ask the doctor who was doing the ultrasound for you, she'll simply tell you, stop alcohol for 3 months and see the difference. It's alcohol.
It's alcohol because it's terrible.
Because you want to start saying, you don't take it all the time. Little drops of water make an ocean. Exactly. So I would simply just advise, as women, please. I know it's not easy. Like she said, I'm an addiction counselor. I'm not saying you stop it. If you're already in it, I'm not saying stop it just like that.
It's not even
gradual
easy,
process. Because it's not just about you, especially when you're a young woman and you don't have kids yet. You see people having issues with conceiving.
True.
It's one thing to get pregnant. It's another thing for that pregnancy to stay. And it's another thing for that pregnancy to stay. And then you have the baby is having, disabilities. There's this, it's not village people. It is what you've been, it's not village people. It is what you're taking as a pregnant woman and how you have nourished that womb. You don't expect to have a very scattered house and you expect that person that will live there to be normal. No. You have to make that place very conducive for the child to come stay. And once you're pregnant, what you're taking in matters a lot.
It's very important. Trust me, I do not know. This is not the topic. Remember, I told you. It is not the topic. What we're supposed to talk about was something very neutral, just the cultural expectations and the stereotype as women, what they expect from us. But here, because of one conversation leading to another, I just felt like we need to know. It's not a health Wednesday. It's a talk Wednesday. But anyways, I hope we have all gotten 1 or 2 points from this. She is not saying, she's an addiction counselor. She's not saying stop your alcohol entirely. It's just a gradual process. To get to a point, you don't even see the need of taking it. And to get to a point, you want to just be so conscious about yourself, you will stop taking it. Now, for I've seen a lady. I'm sorry to bring this up, but
Mhm.
probably she's not even watching. So I'll just say,
Yeah.
there was a time a girlfriend of mine was really trying to get pregnant for her new husband. Like she was doing everything,
Okay.
but there was something she was doing wrong. So wrong that I really, after talking, I really just had to distance myself just a little bit
Mhm.
because I was like, every time she talks, I just cringe, like, and I cannot talk because there's a level of how much you can instruct somebody that, you can really
You can
advise.
really advise.
So I told her, and okay, basically, the bad attitude is if she's having alcohol this night,
Mhm.
she's probably on medication. Or maybe they gave her a
Wow.
medication to take, like, this will help you boost your chances of being pregnant.
Yeah.
While in the fun of it, we were chilling and everything, and you just see her, she'll start taking alcohol, like, you're going to have your pills very soon.
Mhm.
But okay, they said, no, now once it's like 1 hour before
Before.
once
Oh
it's like
my
1 hour
God.
before the pills,
Mhm.
I'm fine. Like,
You think
alcohol.
would have
They would have come down.
Down.
That's how she used to say. They would have come down. Then the drug would just be up. Maybe they say drugs take time. Before you take the next one, they'll say 8 hours. So, the alcohol is like pee now. Would have
That's
pee.
very
And when she
wrong.
was saying those things, I was like, babe, that's not how it works.
Mhm.
When you're on medication, you do not take alcohol. You do not sleep. There's some
No.
setting, like, you even have to take more of rest.
Yeah.
Avoid too much people, too much talk, too much stress. And she was like, okay. Then there was a point, okay, I think it was working. She was really abstaining from alcohol. Abstaining for her 2 days without alcohol was
It's
a
a
big
lot.
deal. So yes, she was abstaining, and there was a time she started having a serious headache and a stomach pain. I'm
Wow.
like, maybe it's working. Like, okay, you know what you do? Take a lot of water and rest.
Yeah.
Before I go home, now my friend, my so-called friend, bought vitamin C.
Okay.
Vitamin C, the 100 grams,
Yeah.
and was licking it as if she was licking sweet. I'm like, babe, why are you licking vitamin C? This is even high. Like, what are you taking? She said, that she's having headache and stuff.
And so the
And stomach
headache
pain.
and
So the vitamin C is going to work for the headache
no.
and the stomach pain. So you can see the level of abuse. And
Of
she tried for a
abuse.
year, 2 years to get pregnant. It wasn't working. She was always taking this thing that all these nurses do for people when they want to self-medicate. Antibiotics.
Antibiotics. Okay.
So you understand?
Okay, so let me put this out there because this is a women's talk. And while the women are talking, we're also enlightening our husbands and men in our lives.
Mhm.
So when it comes to fertility issue, we're not talking about fertility, but let's just put it out there because this can help one or two people listening. So when it comes to fertility issue and when it comes to alcohol, it's both parties. Alcohol reduces the effect of production of sperm.
Course.
Yes. So for men to please, if you know, because now when a woman doesn't have or she's not conceiving, it's the woman's problem. She's the one that has a problem. It might not just be the woman. It might be the man.
Man too. Okay.
So it's best fine you go for your sperm count test and also reduce your alcohol and smoking. Because if you want to have healthy baby, you have to have an healthy sperm. Then you spoke about taking gin to reduce weight, to shrink. That's a lie. That's a lie. So the best practical example I would give is take raw meat, right? You take a raw meat and pour gin on it. It doesn't shrink, it swells. So that's what happens.
How did you know?
Alcohol doesn't shrink you.
No.
So the best way to reduce, stop taking those things you're taking in your body. It is not needed because your kidney is overworking.
Yeah.
You're killing to burn some funny things, the agbo, this, that, I'm not saying herbs is bad, but no, the abuse of it. You're taking this for the right purpose.
True.
No, what happens is you take that agbo, you still eat the amount of food you eat. And you expect to lose weight. You go to the gym and you still come back and eat the same 4 wraps of fufu. No, the fufu, no, it doesn't work that way. Yeah. So the best thing is exercise is like 30%. What you put in your mouth is 70%.
Very true. So, we've just tilted towards health.
Yeah.
Maybe Becky, you have to come and take this other topic
another time.
Yes, let's just talk about this.
Let's just talk about health because
somehow
people were moving with the leading.
Yeah, and we do not know.
Yeah,
maybe
exactly.
Something is ministering to us to go that
route.
Okay, so let's quickly go for a break, and we need to just take a chill pill, let all of these things assimilate,
Yeah.
let us understand, let us believe that we are trying to work better for ourselves, have a lifetime that is beautiful. Because trust me, sometimes you look at someone who is 50, 55, and you look at yourself, you look almost as though you're older than
Yeah.
that person. Trust me, there are a lot of people like that. So if people are telling you, maybe just take for example, I'm not saying you are doing anything bad or you're a bad person, but if you tell somebody your age, oh, I am 40, and they're like, oh, you look 60. My darling, there's something you're doing that you're not supposed to be doing. It's all about what goes into us. It's not even about the outside. Trust me, it's what enters the body. So let's quickly go for another tip. And of course, this is empowering a child. When we come back, definitely we would continue to talk about women, pregnancy, alcohol, abstinence from alcohol, and a certain lifestyle that at least will help us look younger and better. Let's go for this tip and we'll right back to the studio. Stay with us. Okay, all right, you're welcome back. You're still watching Women's Corner. My name is Rose Blossom. Yes, we just took our leadership, and that one is for empowering a girl child. Yes, we've been talking a lot about pregnancy, women, and men lifestyle. Now, you said something very key, very important.
Yeah.
Now, it's Women's Corner, but let's talk to the men a little bit. You know, you said a little about it, where you said, men, sometimes your lifestyle, your alcohol, your smoking, leads to.
True.
Now, some people do not believe that shisha, shisha.
Oh.
that shisha is as good as smoking. It is not the way they feel like, it's just flavor now. I'm not smoking. No. Can you please educate them why it is actually still smoking, and why when you are around people that are also smoking shisha, you as well as when they say smokers are liable to die young, you are all, in fact, if their case is like 10%, yours is like 20, because they are not taking those fumes inside. You are inhaling those fumes into your body because you're around them. So very quickly, yes.
Okay, so for the shisha and their mind, they obli, which is very wrong. So even when they tell you they don't take in the smoke, that's a lie. There's no how you put water in your mouth and you say you're speaking. It will definitely, some drops will go in. And this is the kidney still working this. You're puncturing your kidneys. You're puncturing your kidneys. You see a young guy, he's going to the toilet like 10 times in a sitting. Something is wrong with your kidney, with your bladder. Something is not filtering something right.
Yeah.
So shisha is very harmful. I don't buy it because me working in a hospital space, I have seen people come into the hospital and they're like, oh, what do you think? No, I don't smoke. I only take shisha and I take vape. There's one they call vape.
Vape. Ooh.
There's vape. That one is like a pen. You carry it around. Vape, So they just say, oh, I'm just vaping. It's nothing serious. It has flavor. It's just, that's not true. That's some lie somebody picked up somewhere just to sell market.
Yeah.
For shisha to sell, right?
To sell,
that's not true. It is very harmful. It is worse. The shisha is even worse than smoking, the cigarette itself or the other ones that, not the hard drugs, like the weed and the rest of it, is even more worse because this is coal. Because I don't know if you've seen where they're making this thing before. They put coal on it and the coal keeps burning. There is a foil. And if you've heard, foil is not good for health.
Oh, no.
Foil is not it at all. In fact, people that grill or put in the grill, you see this, at the point the WHO spoke about it, that foil is harmful.
Of course.
Because these
foil was what we used to do a takeaway pack then in parties. When you go for plastic, it wasn't foil. They well carved it like a plate. It had to,
that even not just that one. The other ones you used to wrap, that's like silver. They call it foil too. It is very harmful. It's very harmful for your health. And that is what they put on the pot of the shisha. Then they put coal in it. It is not good. You're killing yourself. You might not know what you're doing to yourself now, but men along the line, if you don't have God by your side or one mother praying for you somewhere, we'll start looking for transplant for you. Then you now come on to us and say, please raise funds save yourself that embarrassment. Save your family that embarrassment. Please, as men and as women, this is Women's Corner. Pity yourself. And that's why you're looking old and wrinkled. It might not show now. This might just accumulate. And next thing, somebody just, it started with a headache. Next thing they are saying, kidney is failing. No, like I said, no village person is doing you. When it comes to your health, it is what you do for yourself and to yourself. Please stop smoking shisha and vape and cigarette. Even people that make cigarettes say, smokers are liable to die. Do you want to die in this life that we're still oblaying?
Oh my God, now you're mentioning oblaying.
We can oblay in many ways.
Okay, of course. Okay, now that's a very good question I want to ask now. She just said something. Say you can oblay in so many ways without having to have this.
Yeah.
To you, amazing lifestyle, but very deadly.
Mm-hmm.
So what healthy way can people actually oblay? We need to know, because if women like, if you want me to drop all these things, so what would I use to oblay? So please, what can I use to oblay?
Okay, so.
Okay, I'm sorry. Oblay means, for those who do not know, last year, December was oblay. They are like,
Oblay December.
Oblay December. Last 2 years was dirty December, I think.
Yeah.
So there's always a slogan for December and the new year. So yes, that's why we want you to have a healthy lifestyle. So you do not, there's no oblaying this December. I know something else will come up, but whatever will come up, this is the best way you can actually have your fun. So
your fun, exactly. So for a healthy lifestyle, like I said, 70% or even 90% of what you take into your body is more important than even the outlook. So I'll use myself as a very good example. I think sometime last year or 2 years ago, I think 2 years ago, I wasn't as chubby. My chin now, I'm looking chubby, but I wasn't as chubby as this. And that day I was at the airport, and, these people at the airport, they'll tell you, come and check your BMI, come and do this and all of that. And I just said, to buy time, since they delayed my flight, make a quick check. So I checked and calculating my BMI. So BMI means body mass index. So I checked and I figured I was overweight. I wasn't as big as this. So when it comes to overweight,
people do not understand.
People don't understand, right? So that's why you need to take your health very easy. Like she said, we deviated maybe because of you or somebody that you know. Yes. So I checked and I figured I was overweight. So there's something I was doing wrong. I was eating the food that were not necessary for me.
I remember she was way slimmer and there's no cheeks.
Yeah.
But she was obese.
So it's not about your size. It's not about your size. Yes, you can climb the scale. You can climb the scale and you're weighing lesser than I am weighing. It's because you have strong bones, right? That's like the top.
Yeah.
Then maybe other health, whatever, gene and the rest of it. But then it's best to check your BMI. Know where you're having to check yourself. You need to cut down on your diet. You need to do this. You need to do that, and that will really help. So what can help us to have a healthy lifestyle? Exercise is good. Right.
But I'm not using that one to oblate December, no.
But we want summer body.
Okay. Oh, that's summer body.
We want summer body. We want to rock those nice bodycon dresses to look all smart and good. But then you have to eat right. Exercise is good. But then before you start exercising, as a healthcare, practitioner, I will tell you, see your doctor first, and let him give you the best exercise for you. Not everybody is supposed to be sprinting.
Not everybody has to do it. True.
Walking, it's very healthy. You can decide to work, and this will definitely show up in your whole health, in general, your blood pressure, your sugar level, everything. You just see a difference. You see yourself looking younger. And Blossom, I don't know if you have seen or observed it, that when you lose some type of weight, you look younger.
True. I wanted to give you a testimony right now.
Okay, please share your testimony.
I am this kind of person that you do not stress me because I cannot be stressed. But I realize that if you say, let's just walk, if it's possible, let's go downstairs. If there's a cab that takes us downstairs, I'd rather take that cab downstairs
than taking the
stairs. Having to take the stairs. But now, I can walk for Africa. And I noticed then, I used to have a very big tie. And when you have a big tie, they always clash on each other. But I noticed that just few walking in a week or two. I feel like, okay, I think I'm trimming. And where I confirmed it was having to go to the nearest pharmacy beside the house. And I checked my weight and I was more than 6 kg down.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks, I did not stop what I was eating. Guess I didn't stop. I didn't add, but just that walking, that stress. It had to help on us. So I totally agree with you. Yeah. Exercise is good. And sometimes, we've had a fitness, therapist and, professional that said, when you come and you want to burn, some weight, is the exercise I'll give to you is definitely not the same thing they will give to me.
Exactly.
They have to understand my body and your body. So please go ahead.
Very, very, very true. Like I said, you need to see a professional when it comes to you wanting to be deliberate about losing your weight. Don't just go to the gym and they say carry iron. My dear, you will break a bone. You will have fracture. It differs. What I want to achieve is different. Some people say, oh, I want to trim down, but I don't want to lose my assets. Right? Yeah. And you need to see a professional for that. Don't just walk into the gym and, just that. Then you control what you eat. I'm not saying stop. I've seen where it worked for me. You don't stop what you eat. You don't stop the pattern of what you eat, but the portion control, very important.
Very key.
Very, very, you just eat in small portions. If you used to eat in a very big plate, just get a smaller plate and you see your appetite will drop. It's psychological. It's psychological. When you have a bigger plate, you put the small portion, you're like, this plate is not full enough. And you just find yourself eating and you can't even stand up from where you ate. So one very good exercise, I learned it from a very close uncle of mine. Kudos to you, Uncle Chidi. So he tells me every time, maybe we're on a call and I just finished it. He said, okay, stand up. That moment you stand up, pick up your plate, take it to the kitchen, wash it. The food is digesting fast. Really? Yes. Because I can just eat and sit unwell. And I just doze off. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. We have to be very intentional about our health now because we're eating lots of refined foods.
True.
Right. And we have to be very cautious of what goes into our mouth. Yes, do exercise, but please. It's not by carrying a lot of weight. It's not by, like I said, it's just 30%. And 70% is what eats and what goes into your body. And, I want to also chip this in that when you are very intentional, underline the word intentional about your weight, you notice your confidence level increases, your mental health
increases.
Yes.
Because
you're on the safe
yourself.
side. Because if you're on the big side and everyone's like, of course we have people who don't know that you have to be very careful about speaking to people and say, you've added weight too. You've put on some weight.
Trust me, there are a lot of people
you're fat. That body shame. So some of them is not their intention to body shame you. They don't just know how to refine the word. They don't know the right time or how to say it, right? And at that point, you don't even know what that person is going through. You don't know if the person has PCOS, because PCOS will definitely make you add weight. If you're taking fertility pill, it will definitely make you add weight. If you're taking birth control, it's making you add weight.
Do you think having fibroid also makes you add weight?
Of course. It makes you add weight around your tummy region because it is growing. Fibroids grow, right?
Start looking pregnant.
And that is why I talked about having abdominal pelvic ultrasound scan. So when you do that, they'll check if you have a fibroid, if it's very dangerous. They'll check your liver, your kidney function. They'll check everything. Of course, we have liver and kidney function test, right? But that will also help show the size of your kidney, if it's going overweight, or the size of or shrinking, or your liver. So abdominal pelvic ultrasound, it's very good for every woman and men too. Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like we don't talk so much about the men. Because you find out that in most homes, when the wife is not pregnant, they all put it on the wife. Wondering that sometimes it's from the men. Anyways, we can't even talk more. Do you know our time is up already?
Oh, really? Oh my God.
Okay, our time is up and we have to call it a wrap.
Yeah.
It's been interesting. What's the topic of today? Women and pregnancy.
And men. A bit of men.
Okay, a bit of men. Women and men. Okay, no, men cannot be pregnant. Women, pregnancy, and men.
And men.
Men has to be a support system.
And general health.
And general health. So yes, that's the topic for today. Apologies, we have to switch. But of course, Becky Joy will be here again to talk about the cultural and the stereotype expectations that we get as women. So I would like to say thank you so much, Becky.
It's an honor. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed yourself on the show.
Of course I did. It's Blossom, right?
Okay, all right. So we've come to the end of the program. So up next, we have a news on the hour, and right after that, we'll be having the buzz. We'll be talking about the state and affairs of the country. Yes, it's a serious business. But until then, do have a fabulous day for yourself. And if you need to get to talk to Becky, you can go through me through our social media pages, Galaxy TV News on Facebook and on Twitter, and of course on YouTube when we're streaming live. You can just go to the comment section and give us a hi, and we'll chat with you and get her across to you, or you across to her. Until then, you have a fabulous day for yourself. I love you guys. Bye for now.